Hello, 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 everybody. We are live and back once again, y'all. We are back with Real Relationship Talk episode 2. And guess what, y'all? You see who here tonight? It's
Yeah,
not a member puzzle tonight, y'all.
we got a little Rapunzel's Phoenix going on.
Listen, do you see this guy that's sitting there? Do you see this guy that's on the side of my screen right now? Do you see all of this loveliness right now? That's what I'm talking about. We got the beauty, the booty, and the brain. Okay, listen. We got it
And this
all.
bunny is don't stop, because we got to talk about the bunny is thing. I need me a twirl, please.
Oh, we need to swear. Okay.
For all y'all that thought it was a joke, come on with it, come
I'll
on.
give it slow.
Yes, you better get up slow, girl. You better get up slow. Yes.
You got
So,
to do honey with the.
of course, we
You
have
got
done this,
and then
but we
you
got
fits.
better things. Y'all gonna be looking at more than just us tonight, ladies.
Man, when I tell y'all, I am excited.
She done cut up.
I'm excited, y'all, because listen, we got some awesome and some phenomenal men that I know. Okay, so listen, this ain't what I heard. This is what I know. Okay, I'm trying to tell y'all. We have been talking about the man's view, the man's view, the man's view. What do men think? What do men want? Well, guess what? Tonight, y'all get to ask them yourself. You get to finally pick their brain about what it is they want, what it is they like, what keeps them, what makes them run away. Listen, what questions y'all got, let me tell you, these three will be able to answer them. Okay, because I'm telling you, you are going to love tonight. Make sure that you got your wine, make sure you got your drink. Listen, whatever you need to sip on, grab it now because I promise you are not going to want to miss a minute.
And we're not editing anything. These guys are coming raw. I don't have anything pre-said, so we're going to see what
we got some eye candy for you tonight. Mm-hmm. Okay, listen, dropping some knowledge. Dropping some knowledge. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all. So, ladies, if you're single, grab your notebooks. Listen, if you're trying to get married, if you're trying to date, you're trying to figure out what to do, grab your notebooks so you can write some notes. Make sure you have whatever you sipping on. Listen, grab whatever you smoking on too. Because, baby, tonight is adults only. So if your kids is in the room, tell them love you, good night, God bless. Because this is not a show for them tonight. Because we are getting raw, real, and we getting down to it. Do you hear me, ladies? Like, and even for the fellas, listen, if y'all in here, you watching with your girl, watching with your fellas, listen, if you feel that you disagree or you agree, chime in. We expect y'all to chime in tonight because listen, we try to get some answers. We are trying to get some answers to
questions. Yeah.
So listen, the first person that I'm gonna bring on, okay. I've been knowing this person. Whew, child. I can't even remember how long I've been knowing this person. I probably some decades, some decades probably. I would have to say, like, hey y'all, listen. If you are in, first note, let me tell you, if you are watching in the Z Spot or if you're watching in Clack and Shimmy Live,
please hit the link
that you need to hit in order for us to see who's commenting. Because if not, your comment comes up as Facebook users, and we love to address our audience. We don't want anyone to understand
in the audience.
Don't want anyone to think that we're not acknowledging. We love to acknowledge everyone because we want to thank everybody for coming in and stopping by to hang out with us. Hey, Battle. Hey, Boo. So this first person, okay, I'm gonna bring on. Oh, what could I say? What could I say? Like, man, childhood friend, been knowing forever, awesome dude. Like, he has, I don't even know how to describe him. Like, it's just, it's so much. So, what I'm gonna do is let him introduce himself because he is awesome, he's phenomenal, and he is Mr. Harris.
Mr. Harris.
Yeah. For my introduction. Hey, how's it going? I appreciate the introduction. I really do. Really do. It was more so about our background than anything. Obviously. There's not much for me Yeah, there's not much to intro for me, but it's me. I'm here. I appreciate being here. I really do.
FYI,
Uh,
he's an awesome dad. Just thought I'd throw that.
also, I do give myself props on that. Anybody who knows me know I don't brag on anything about myself other than being an awesome dad. That is 100% true.
Yes.
But yeah,
Awesome.
again, I appreciate being here. This is a long time coming. I've been looking forward to sharing the screen with you. You know, I've shared plenty of memories and good times with you face to face, and now we're on screen for the world to know. You know, and I appreciate that. Here we are,
No
definitely.
problem. So now, y'all, the next guest, because tonight, listen, I told y'all we got some awesome people for y'all tonight. Right. So my next guest, we previously worked together. I've known him for a short time, but in the short time that I've known him, he is so funny. He is an awesome teacher. He is a communications and media studies teacher. He is also a dancer, choreographer, artistic and creative director. He is a videographer as well as a photographer, and he's worked with a few celebrities and a few independent local artists as well. Also, he wanted me to let y'all know he a sex addict too. Like, he has multiple degrees, all in which he graduated summa cum laude and is a part of multiple honor society. And he is also a part of a Greek letter organization. Come on now. So I want everybody to put your hands together for Mr. Nicky Eee.
I love that.
What's up, people? How y'all feeling?
I love
What's
that.
good
Love
with you?
that.
How you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm good. It's been a long day of breaking up fights and
Not breaking up
talking
fights.
about principles. Yeah, so I'm ready to talk some shit.
Man,
I love
who you
that.
telling? Who you telling? Listen,
You know, I
all
still
I
got
know
the
is,
ID on. I just got here.
but we appreciate you coming on and be able to. I cannot not just took me out. I'm sorry, that just took me out because I remember them days running in from work. Like, oh, hold on, wait, I got to switch real quick. Hold on, okay, wait. Oh, and then you forget you still got your ID badge taped to you, and baby, I remember them
Yeah.
days. Woo, don't miss them.
Mhm.
I'm about to say I don't miss them at all. Woo, I don't. Ladies, everybody, we got one more guest that we are bringing on, and let me tell y'all. So this next guest that we bring on, listen, to me, he's a celebrity. He's a superstar to me because he got his hands in some of everything. Okay, like he is just doing it. He is the definition of living your best life right now. Okay, like he's doing the damn thing. That's all I can say about that. He is. Rapper Mocha Blast, also known as Ladies Love Mocha, was born in Trinidad and Tobago and bred in Southside Queens. As Queensbred hip hop artist Mocha Blast prepares to release his latest album, Sorry I Took So Long, he reminisces on the memories from his difficult upbringing, traumatic struggles, unbelievable triumphs, and surreal successes throughout his life, including his 20 plus years in involvement within the music industry. He is proud to dedicate the album to the fans that stuck around through the lowest moments that almost granted the rapper a life altering reality. Liddell Birch, aka Mocha Blast. So, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you none other than Mr. Mocha Blast. What's going on, Mocha?
Yeah.
How you doing tonight?
He's muted.
Are you muted,
I'm
Mocha?
I'm
There
chilling
you
right
go.
now. Could you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Where you on your way
Yeah.
to?
You know me. I'm heading to Phoenix right now. Phoenix needs my
You
presence,
always
so
try. Listen. You'll never say no place long enough to let the grass grow under your feet. Let me tell y'all. He ain't never
negative.
in one place too long. I look up one day, he might be in Dubai. You look up the next day, he over there in Iran somewhere. You look up again,
40
he over there somewhere in Vegas. Like,
pass
never let the
passport,
grass grow.
bro. I am a passport, bro. 40 countries and counting. Let's keep it going.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Listen, he definitely get the fan for that one because I'm trying to get my passport stamped. Okay, I only got like let's see, maybe two, maybe two. That's about it. Ooh, I'm slacking. I'm definitely slacking. Listen, so I want to get into it, y'all, because we have been trying to pick the brains of some men because we just, for some reason, cannot figure it out. We just can't seem to figure it out what's going on. And, every time we're assuming and I want to get the real from y'all. Like, what is it? I want the real on relationships, dating, all of that. Because every time we assume, you know what they say, when you assume you make an ass out of you and me, and I ain't trying to be nobody's ass, okay? Listen. So I need to know, what is it from each of you, and I need to know from everybody, what is it that attracts you to a person in the first place? Mr. Harris.
Oh man, why you have to come at me first? I
Oh,
just
yes,
took a spotlight.
absolutely. Why would not? Oh,
Hey, first of all, let me say this on before I get to the answer. Let me give a shout out to the black men that's on here right now with accolades. Because at first, like I was running a joke through my head, the fact that when you introduced me, everything you said was like right off the top, right off your memory. It's just what you know, because it wasn't much. It's like this is my boy Rello, blah blah blah. I know him. Then you introduce other two brothers. It's almost like you have to go to Google for a second to find out, like, get a list of what these brothers are doing with their lives and what they got going on. And I just want to say shout out to that. Like real talk, shout out to that. Like I'm actually honored to be in the presence of two other black men that's actually doing something. Having that being said though, what attracts me, let me say this first of all, that I know I'm at an age where a lot of things are different. What I'm attracted to, what's appealing to me, and I want to say that first because my answer is corny and old as shit. um like what attracts me, like real talk, like real talk, like right off the bat, is like that intro, that conversation, and like that intro vibe. Like for me, I not that I know a person right away when I meet them, but you can tell right away within the first few bars of a person where they coming from and their understanding. You know what I mean? And like
yeah,
that's my initial attraction to a female. Like that very first spoken word, like I can kind of get a grasp of, you can even tell by the dialect or words a person use. How where they coming from in their mind, and I guess that's really my answer. Like a person's mind,
yeah.
where they come from naturally, physical attributes is, just human instinct. That's what draws you initially. But like for me, what makes me go further, makes me want to get a phone number, have a phone call, date, etc., is like that first initial vibe. Like, can I continue with this? Is that person somewhere in the range of my level? Mind you, my level is kind of low, so my standards is not that much, but if you within there, and I can tell that, right off the bat, and for me, that's my initial attraction is it's where that initial vibe goes, and I guess that's kind of new school, to dealing with vibes, but
Yeah.
for me, it's definitely deep in my roots that it's about personality and where it goes with understanding. I
Okay.
probably drug that on a little bit too long, but that's my answer. Final
Okay,
answer.
Mr. Nicky Box. Let's hear from you. What initially attracts you to a person?
Initially,
Yeah. What's your initial attraction to a person?
pink pussy.
You see that right away? Like when you, like
Yes.
you feel good. Like that's the first thing you see. Like
Listen,
where
listen.
do you hang out at, bro?
Listen, when you see a motherfucker walk down the street, you know what's going on. You know what's happening because everything about them paint their ear, their nose, the bottom lip, the cheek,
Ooh.
everything. They look like when you touch them, you see the imprint on their body. That's how you know the pussy pink. And so if I can see that, you got me already. Now you just can't be crazy. If you ain't crazy, we good to go.
Not even a pinch. Not even a touch. Not a pinch of crazy. No, no crazy at all.
Uh, it got to be like psycho in the bed, wrap me up, bondage crazy. But if your ass delusional, I'm cool.
Well, all right.
Yeah,
I'm a
I'm gonna be
Leo.
honest. I think you asking for a lot. I think you asking for a lot with that one. Like good pink pussy and a good attitude. Like you real. That's kind of a threat.
Oh
Like
no,
that. You know what I mean? Like it's
it's
possible. Don't get
possible.
me wrong. It's possible. It's very possible. It's very possible. Men will colonize the Mars one day. Shit is possible. But I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Like that's a stretch. You know what I mean?
But see, the thing
Yikes.
about it is, once they realize that you got the bag attached to it with your standards, then anything is possible. Whitney Houston
Fact.
said it best. Impossible things are happening every day.
Mr. Mocha, what's your answer? What initially attracts you
Uh,
to a
her energy. I go off of the aura. Just like Nick said, you just don't want no crazy bitch around you because I have to tell a lot of the youngins a woman is the reason why like 85% of niggas is in prison. Whether you're trying to impress her, or you're trying to defend her, or you get, jealous over some shit that she did and you can't control your emotions. So what I do, I'm up in age now, in my 40s. When I was younger in my 20s, I used to look at looks and I didn't give a fuck. I never read the room when it came to a woman. She got a fat ass and a
mm,
flat stomach, I'm there. Now I don't give a fuck if a bitch got a fat ass. It's I don't
mm.
care how she looks. I mean, I got standards. I mean,
Yeah,
I'd rather deal with a 6 or a 7 than a dime who just puts on makeup all the time and got a phone and every second you eating with her, she's taking pictures of the meal and that shit is whack. I can't do that shit no more.
yeah,
I would have entertained it, but now energy. When you see a grown woman handling her business and all she want to do is just talk, making power moves with you and traveling the world, and if she got kids, she's like, listen, I know you're not their father. I'm gonna get a sitter. It's just when you
yeah,
have a woman who's mature, like that shit is, believe it or not, that's just non-existent. Like a lot of women be like, yeah, I'm mature, and then you start dating them, and then it's like, why are you on your phone? Who are you talking to? You're like, yo, I didn't sign up for that. And you know what's really dope? There's 4 billion bitches in this world. So whatever you think that you're gonna tell me, I'm cutting you, and I'm gonna go to another shit here.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
energy and aura. If a woman vibrates, she's a high vibration energy, I'm all in. A lot of my homies be like, yo, she's not even all that. Mo, she's amazing.
yeah.
Fuck care if she's, I don't care if she's overweight or chubby. I don't care if she's skinny or anorexic. Once she brings me fuck.
Your sound is going in and out. Um, your sound is going out, Mocha.
Yeah,
I
my
think
bad.
it's the
Can
area
you,
where it's okay. I think it's the area where you at
oh, my bad.
because we know you traveling. You traveling.
Hey,
So,
yo, though,
I,
Rapunzel,
just wanted to
what
my
is
bad.
your
no problem.
initial attraction to a person, Rapunzel? Because I think ours is a little different. I want to see if ours is a little different from there.
So you asking me what? What?
I'm asking you, what is your initial attraction to a person?
Ooh, intelligence and energy. Intelligence and energy. It's got to be a positive energy. It's got to be
Okay.
somebody that can hold my attention, and they got to have a sense of humor. I'm
Okay.
pretty flexed on everything else, but I can't do the dumb person. I don't care how fine you are. If you can't hold my attention, it don't matter.
Girl, listen. For me, it's like you have to be able to mentally stimulate me. Because if you can't mentally stimulate me, ain't no way in hell you're gonna be able to stimulate me no other kind of way.
That part.
Like it's just
No,
oh, what is it, Nikki? What is it, Nick?
So the question is initial, and everybody's giving these Maya Angelou dissertations. But initially, ain't nobody stimulating you physically.
look,
Ain't nobody stimulating you mentally. You can't
I'm next.
check the vibe or the aura or the energy, but you can see how much the bitch pick up the phone. Other than that, what y'all talking about is not initial.
Now, see,
Y'all talking about
I'm
down the
going to
line.
dispute. I'm going to dispute, Nick, because what I'm going to say is just like most people, when you came out with what you said, did not understand what pink pussy looked like on the outside. You just taught me something. So let me teach you. There are people that are empaths. I see people's energy when I walk into a room, especially if I'm holding a conversation with you. But I can't tell whether they are, well endowed. Or, you got skills I don't. But you gotta give people, props for having those other skills of intuition too. So that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what I wanted to say as well. You know what I mean? Like there's definitely different strokes for different folks when it comes to what we see and what we're looking for and what we're after. Like there are those who the initial contact is the physical. You know what I mean? Like looking for the pink pussy in a female. You know what I mean? That's what draws you attractive. And let me say this too. Like I feel, bro, what he was where he was going at with being, I guess, kind of literal with the initial attraction, because like when I initially meet somebody, like in passing, seeing them, no, I don't initially know that this is a good person. No, I don't initially know that they're very understanding, compassionate, and they have this energy that I'm looking for. And so that's why I started off by saying that, yeah, naturally it is the physical attribute that's going to draw me, that's going to maybe turn my head and excite me in conversation, depending on what the situation is. Because I've met plenty of people in just, mutual conversations, and I just turn and say, blah, 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 and we end up engaging. But like as far as meeting somebody off the street, yeah, it takes that initial, gaze in my eye. That's attractive to me. Let me approach and see what that's about. But for me, when I say initial attraction, what I am referring to is that initial engagement. You know what I mean? Maybe I should have been clearer with that, but it's initial engagement for me, and whatever that is. Initial attraction, yeah, that may, if you take it literal, yeah, that does technically have a different definition to it. You know what I mean? Because initial attraction, yeah, I'm looking for somebody who's gonna make my dick wiggle. You know what I mean? But like for me, it's that engagement that, you know what I mean. Like once I start engaging, that's when the initial attraction for me begins. You know what I mean? That's when that part starts to, where I start to analyze in my head, like, am I going to have a second conversation with this person, or am I going to engage in this conversation for real, or you know what I mean? Am I going to let down a guard? Am I going to, et cetera, et cetera? And that's initial attraction for me. Yeah.
Okay. So if that's the route that we going in, I would like to change my answer, but it's okay. We can move on.
That's okay. You can change your answer.
But it's okay. We can move on.
I mean, it was
Hey,
a big
listen.
answer. Like everybody was listening, like, what?
No,
Damn.
no, keep your answer, bro. Listen, keep your answer.
And shit now. I'm going to look for lips.
Keep
Like,
your answer. Keep your answer. Because if anybody watching that know me ever bring this up, I want to go deep into your answer with somebody off camera. Like, what is it? I'm going for that. I might write that down.
That was a good
Yeah, that's a good off topic discussion. Pink pussy attraction.
I
I'm
think
with
we
you.
should
I'm
discuss
with
it
you.
more off screen, but I mean, that's just my opinion. I mean,
Now,
Oh,
listen, the point of, I think the point of having multiple people on this show was to have multiple views. You know what I mean? And as we say, there's no
exactly.
guarantee. And again, I'm holding on to your answer, bro. Don't think just because that's not my answer that I'm not feeling it. Don't make that he ain't dig it look like I dug that answer. Pink pussy attraction. I'm with
I
that
get it.
shit.
I get it. I get it. I
That's
get it. I get
gonna be the name of my mixtape, Pink Pussy Attraction.
Look, making a list. Check, check, check.
oh my God, I cannot. So okay, so I have the next question, because okay, so me and Zelma have been going back and forth about whether or not, like, because at first I was like, okay, I'll be prepared. I got a list of questions. He was like, no, we pitting off the cuff. And I'm like, okay, we can do both. Because we got so many different questions that people be asking, and they be like, okay, so what would be your top 5 turn offs? Nikki, I'm starting with you. Top 5 turn offs.
You know when somebody sit down and they ass stink and the mist come up and rise to your nose? That's one. So hygiene is very important, and that's across the board. Every pore, every hole needs to smell great. Number 2, turn off is somebody that is unintelligent. You got to be able to keep up with me at the end of the day, and I ain't short stopping on the vernacular. We can kiki and have a good time and a grand old ghetto nigga moment, but you gotta also know that this nigga graduated summa cum laude, so you got to be able to keep up. You know what I'm saying?
A
I got to
lot
be
of
able to take you in a room full of my peers, and you're
Yeah.
able to keep up, and you don't feel uncomfortable.
mm,
Number three, I do not work well, date well, or friend well with introverts
Mm,
because I am a very extroverted person and I don't care.
mm,
So that usually makes people that are a little bit more introverted uncomfortable.
mhm,
Um, Number four would be the relationship that you have with your mother, with your
mm,
father, with your
mm,
grandmother, with your grandparents. I feel like if you are unloved, then you don't know how to be loved, and therefore you cannot
mm,
love me the way that I want to be.
mm.
So that is probably the most important part because if you walk around and you can, like, I still like stutter if I curse in front of my mom. You know what I'm saying? That means something was implanted in me. I'm damn near 1,000 years old. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to have some type of boundary, some type of respect, some type of love has to have to be given to you. And number five, if you have kids, it better be one
damn.
because I
Okay.
signed up for you, not the village.
Danielle.
I'm sorry that your relationship didn't work out. I'm sorry that you didn't know how to say no. I'm sorry that he couldn't hold it. But that is not my responsibility. And we all have options. Pro-choice, right?
Yeah, I mean, we
Yeah.
do. We definitely do. Yeah.
That's
We
my
definitely
five.
do. Okay, Mocha, what's your top five?
I just want to say Nick is Nick is spot on with this shit, bro. I love it. Um, man, he said only having one kid. Oh, shit, that's hilarious. Me, there's only one thing that's a turn off is transparency. If a woman is not transparent, you know what I'm saying? I don't care for loyalty. I don't care for anything else. The number one turn off is if a woman is not being 1,000 with me. Look, I don't care if you was a porn star. I don't care if you did OnlyFans, a stripper. I don't give a fuck. I don't care how many niggas ran through you in your city. I don't give a fuck. Just be upfront with me and don't lie because if we got to go visit your mom for fucking Thanksgiving and I'm walking on the block and mad niggas is like, yo, that nigga wiped that bitch. You know what I'm saying? At least give me a heads up. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
Let me know. That's it. I
I
don't give a
love it.
fuck about anything. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. Once a woman says, look, man, in college I was a whore. I fucked 200 dudes. I'd be like, and who gives a fuck? Let's keep it pushing. That's my mentality because sex is free. I don't see prostitutes or I don't see OnlyFans bitches crying about paying bills. Their shit is always paid. They always got money. Escorts always got money. You know what I'm saying? It's these other bitches that be always reaching out, asking me for money, but you got a job making 150,000, and you what the fuck you doing reaching out to me? You know what I'm saying? So my mentality changed over the last 20 years of my life. I'm just like, look, man, I'm here for a great time, not a long time. You know, so I just want a woman who's transparent. If she's not transparent and saying, "Oh, well, I'm gonna tell you later," I'm good. I dealt with it. I was dealing with a woman for 3 years. Thing bought a brand new Beamer. I cleaned up her credit, gave her close to 100 grand cash to take care of a so-called like Nick was talking about. Come to find out, I asked the mom like 10 years ago. I was like, yo, I kind of want to marry your daughter. The mom was like, oh, you better tell him the truth. I was like, what the fuck? So the next day she was like, I have 4 kids, 4 different baby daddies, 2 abortions, all types of bullshit. That shit broke me. I had to go to therapy. You know what I'm saying? A nigga, I'm thinking I
oh,
was gangster. You know what I'm saying? Gangsters don't cry and all. I was crying. I'm seeing 2 different therapists. Like, what the fuck just happened? I gave this woman my everything, my heart. I was vulnerable, and come to find out, the chick had 4 fucking kids, 4 different baby daddies. Then she was talking about she wanted a kid by me. I'm not doing that. Just like Nick said, sorry about your relationships, but I'm good. And after that, you know what I'm saying? I just said, look, women always try to find love, and usually they find it in the wrong places with the wrong niggas. So moving forward, I don't give a fuck about any woman's past. She could have killed 20 niggas. Once she don't kill me, I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah. That's
I
fair.
can
That's
understand
fair.
that.
She's not
And that.
transparent.
Okay, that's definitely understandable.
I
I can
love it.
definitely see that being a deal breaker. All right, Mr. Harris, what's your top
Yeah.
turn offs?
Turn off. First of all, I think both of the fellas said a lot that I wanted to touch on. Mainly for me, and I think this encompasses both of their answers a little bit. Is for me, it's lack of communication.
Mm,
Um, like I know it's a list of top five, but like they're five like one A's and B's under communication for me. Um, like for me, and this touches on what both of them have said as well. It's being left out, and not knowing. Like like within life period, whether it's in a relationship or not. Like I really hate not knowing. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it like in a controlling sense, like I need to know where you are, what you're doing at all times. But at the same time, like there's a reason why you're not inviting me over to family members' cribs. You know what I mean? Like there's shit I don't know. You know what I mean? There's reasons why I don't know your friends because there's shit I don't know. There's reasons why I can't, you know what I mean, meet you at lunch after work because there's shit I don't know. I don't like that. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
for me, communication is a real heavy thing for me. And and a lot of that I've grown into, to be honest. And a lot of that is stemmed from my previous relationship, my previous 12-year stint in prison. Um, like there was a huge lack of communication there, and like that was a lot of trauma that I had to deal with. Like bro was talking about getting help for mental health for, like I went through that, and it was mainly because of lack of communication. It was a lack of not knowing, not even knowing where I was within the relationship type shit. So for me, like that's a huge turnoff for me, just not knowing, being left in the dark, and not knowing who the hell you are. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Because
yeah.
that plays a lot into who the hell we are together. But like that lack of communication and narcissism is a huge thing for me. That goes for any human being. Period. Like being narcissist, self-indulged. You know what I mean? Lack of compassion and understanding. Like all those things are just knockoffs for me. And yeah, like it's communication for me. Like that's number one, and obviously that's something that's understood across the board. The lack thereof in every facet. Like that's a stinger for me, and that's something that that's a vibe you can get right on back. Like you can feel that energy right away, whether a person is an open book, you know what I mean, or they're closed
Yeah.
off, secure, whatever. And it's to each his own. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? There's some people out there that can work with that. It's just me personally. I can't work with that shit. I can't work with a closed off, closed minded individual. Just can't do that.
I understand that. I think that this is something that this conversation is something that's needed because so oftentimes when you don't have that input to say, or you don't have that feedback. Everybody ain't got brothers. Everybody ain't got them male cousins. And I think that that's important for us to have this conversation because a lot of times females don't know what niggas be wanting. They think they do, but they don't. Communication I think is key because and the way of the type of communication. I mean, we're more emotional. You all are more logical. So a lot of things that we do, we tend to feel everything. You all tend to be more thinkers. So when we're processing things emotional wise. You all are processing things thought wise. So I think that having this conversation and seeing what exactly is turnoffs. Sometimes it lines up. Like I know for me, communication is key. Like if we can't communicate, like that will piss me off. Like don't be sitting there and be mad about something and don't say shit. And you just be mad. And I don't know what you mad about or I don't know why I made you mad. And you just not saying shit. Like that will piss me off. Like being able to be upfront. I think that a lot of times people in general, just my opinion, that people in general tend to they put on their representative so that you don't really get to see what you really want. You're seeing what they think you want. Like I'd rather you tell me up front, like, listen, I'm just looking for a fuck buddy. I'm not looking for no relationship. This is what I'm looking for. Like, be honest, be open, be upfront about it. Because somebody gonna be like, cool, that's all I want too. Like it's cool. But for some reason, it's like so hard. Why? Let me ask this. Do you feel it's hard to say to someone what exactly it is that you want and just be like, hands off, like, okay, take it or leave it? Or do you go in the direction of leaning towards what you think that other person wants? Mocha, you
Absolutely not. Oh, I'm sorry.
can.
Ask,
Absolutely
ask,
not.
ask, ask a question again because it's a loaded question and I want to answer it. You know what I'm saying? Straight to the point. You know, straight to the jugular. Um, ask it again. Just ask the first
Okay.
part.
Okay. So the question is, when you meet someone, do you say up front what it is that you want, or do you go in the direction of what you think the other person wants?
I'm not saying shit because again, everybody have their representative. In the first 6 months to a year, you're not getting that real person. So I'm not gonna tell the person what I want. That person might, sabotage my dreams or send like I've gotten so paranoid that when I
Mhm.
look at a woman and I'm starting to like peel the layers of the onion from her, I'm just like, okay, why was she at this place? Who sent her? So I have to start asking those questions like, hey, what made you come out that night? You know what I'm saying? Like mentally, I'm not gonna try to tell her what I want right away. I don't even know what I want to eat most of the times.
Okay.
So I don't, I can't, I just can't ever say, okay, well, I want this and I want marriage in 2 years. And what's your 5-year plan? 5-year plan, I'm not even knowing if I'm gonna live for the next 5 seconds. So me being like an entrepreneur and a free spirit, I ain't doing none of that shit. I'm just gonna take it every 24 hours at a time. And if we make it past a year and a half, no matter what bullshit happens, if she's still at my side, then I'm gonna be like, hey, I think it's time that we take it to the next level. Let's give it another year and a half and see what happens. And after 3 years, if she's still there and dealing with my bullshit, I'm gonna just scoop her up and say, yo, you're mine now, and I'm claiming you. And that's usually my time frame, 3 years, because I ain't gonna tell no woman what I want up front. That's like the dumbest shit a nigga could do. All these chicks nowadays, just think about it. There's no perks for a man to really marry a woman because as soon as he divorces her, it's alimony, it's child support, it's her
Okay.
talking shit to her friends. It's all of a sudden you're this bad guy, but when you was doing everything for her, you was this good guy and shit. And divorces never end amicable. My ex-wife, my daughter mom, I got one kid, and my daughter mom dragged me through the dirt. I ended up in prison. I lost mad shit because of this woman, and I still paid my child support. Never talked ill about her, and her life went to shit. And I just sat back and laughed, and I'm like, yeah, I ain't telling another woman moving forward what I want to do with my life. So, am I going to tell somebody what I want? No, we just going to flow with it. It's all about those ebbs and flows. If we hit rock bottom together, then we power up. We level all the way back up to the top. And that's the type of woman I want. I want a woman that don't give a fuck about status, what her friends think. All she cares about is herself, her kids,
Okay.
and then me, and whoever she worships, whether it's a god or goddess, whichever entity. And that's it.
Okay. I can see that. I think that, I can understand that wholeheartedly. Nikki, what's your answer?
Man, he just fucked me up.
Listen, because I'm
He
like,
just fucked me up. I feel like I don't want to say shit.
listen, he shut me down. Like, oh,
Like
okay.
I'm trying.
I digress. All right. Okay.
Uh, I think my initial response was gonna be, I'm the catch. I don't give a fuck what you want. Because at the end of the day, as the man, as the male, as the provider, I'm going to be doing outside of the moment that we decide to have children. I'm
Okay.
going to be doing the most. I'm going to be holding this shit on my back. So I think that you need to try to figure out what I want, and whether I say it or not, that needs to be your focus. I'm already going to be doing that because as a man, I'm already knowing I'm courting this woman. I'm trying to figure certain things out. And in order to figure those things out, I have to develop her trust. I have to develop her compassion. We do know that you are emotional beings. So I have to make sure that your emotions are centered in a way that's conducive to what I'm trying to do. As a man, you know these things already. So you're already giving you what you want. If I'm interested, I'm already giving you what you want. You can tell when somebody is not interested, but y'all choose to ignore, which is why we have so many ladies that's trying to find a husband with 5 kids because they ignore shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers know what's going on. You feel me? Um, so yeah, I'm the catch. What Figure out what the fuck it is that I want, what I need, and how the fuck I need it. Because you're already getting what you need. So yes, I do not have a problem with telling a woman what I want. Now, if we're speaking on like my goals and stuff like what Mocha was saying, absolutely not. I agree. You don't need to know anything beyond us getting to know each other. Everything else is off the table. This is what we focusing on. And have if you reap a benefit of my financial success, sure. But you're going to be curious of how you got that gift.
Mm. Okay. Oh, Taylor said, honestly, I've never heard that answer before. She's talking about Mocha. Listen, me either. Like it, ooh, mind blowing. Mr. Harris, what's your
Oh,
answer?
to reiterate, the original question was, it was do I let a woman know right off the bat what do I want, or do I figure it out in the long run? I guess oversimplified,
So it's
right?
like if you right when you meet her, do you tell her what you want up front, like whether you want a relationship, you trying to be married, you just want a fuck buddy, or do you go in the direction of if you see she's the type person she talking about I want a relationship, then you go towards whatever it is that she
That
wants.
was the question.
That was the question.
I'm bad at this.
I'm learning
Hold on to your
somehow.
answer, bro.
Listen,
Keep
I'm
keep
learning somehow. Okay.
keep the real question. Keep the real question in mind, bro, and hold it in there. I'm gonna be real quick with mine. Uh, so for me, it's an amalgamation of both. Like I think for me, like as far as letting her know, what I want, I think to a degree that's important right away. Moving forward to let a person know where you at as far as relationship status and relationship inquiry, etc. You know what I mean? Letting a person know where you at in your mind and what you want and how you want to move forward. Now, having that being said, everybody ain't for everybody, and every relationship or every whatever doesn't work out. So yeah, it would be damn sure foolish to let a person know right off bat,
Yeah.
this is what I want, this is who I am, A, B, and C, etc. Because to be honest, it's a waste of time. You know what I mean? And in my opinion, I don't know that it hurts outside of it being a waste of your time, because you're just basically throwing information at a person who's not going to use it and it's useless. Um, but at the same time, I think like once you get into dating and you get to know a person, and time moves forward, then naturally they get to learn you. They naturally learn the things that you want, what your goals are, the things that you like, et cetera, et cetera. And that's the part where I leave it open. You know what I mean? Open for, not necessarily open to interpretation, but open to learning. Like you're gonna figure me out just the same as I'm gonna figure you out. Like I don't expect to know everything about you right away. Like I have no expectations of that. I expect to know what I need to know for this conversation and to move forward. And that's the same information that I give. Like I'm gonna give you what you need to know right now, what's pertinent to this situation, this conversation, etc. And when we get to that stage of you needing to know more, then that's when you'll need to know more. So again, for me, it's an amalgamation of both. I tell you right away, this is what I want, this is who I am, this is what I'm looking for. And then from there, it's a learning process. Like you're gonna figure this shit out. You know what I mean? Uh, I'm not gonna waste my breath or waste my time in telling you A, B, and C. This is who I am and this is who I want. Because if we're spending time with each other and we're talking to each other, then uh, and also you actually give a fuck and you want to know, then naturally you're gonna find out. You know what I mean? Like if you're inquisitive and like in your mind you're like, I want to get to know this motherfucker. You listening to me talk right now. Everybody on here is getting to know me right now. I don't have to tell you shit about me. Just listen to me talk. But the point is, you're gonna figure a person out regardless. And so that's the part I leave open to. I ain't telling you shit, figure it out. But I'm gonna let you know right off the bat, whether or not, I'm just trying to fuck. I'm trying to hang out a few dates. I'm trying to make this serious. I want to introduce you to my daughter. I'm about to let you know that right the fuck off bat because our very next conversation is gonna entangle that, whatever that is. You know what I mean? So that's my answer. Yeah.
Okay. Joe says, if you tell me you want a relationship and we don't know anything about each other, in my head, I see what you want, but you lost me because you want the first thing you see. Okay, that's different too. By the way, that's my brother.
Hey, Joe.
But you know
Um,
what? But here's the thing. Let me just say something real quick to that. Just real quick. I think you can tell a person right off back that you want a relationship because you're just telling people in general, this is what I want. Like this is what I'm looking for right now. You know what I mean? Like for me, for example, personally, like I know right now that I'm not ready for a relationship per se. But I'll tell a person meeting them right today, right now, like that's what I want. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like that's what I want eventually, what I mean, at some point during this discourse. But I also say right now, I'm not ready for it. But I think you definitely can tell a person like this is the stage I'm in my life right now. I'm dating, I want a relationship, I'm serious, I'm just fucking around. You can definitely say that, I believe, without consequence at all. Let a person know where you stand in life. That helps moving forward. It really does.
Yeah, you
Especially if you tell a
moving
person,
with
I
it.
want to fuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he said if you want a relationship off bat, that's what he means. I can
Okay,
understand.
right. Yeah. That's a little creepy. Hey, how you doing? I like a relationship with you. Yeah,
I would like
yeah,
I like to order a long-term relationship
yeah.
on
That's
the
a bit much.
side
That's a bit
of
much.
kids. Like you at McDonald's ordering at the drive-through. Can I get a long-term
Yeah,
relationship
no,
with 2 kids,
that's a
please?
bit much. That's a little much. Yeah. No, but to
Like,
tell a person that that's what you want in life, I think that's okay. I think it's okay to let a person know that's what you want. Not necessarily saying that that's what I'm going for or that's my intention with you, but just say shit. That's what I want. Hell, I want another Wu Tang cookie, but that don't mean I'm gonna get it next time I go to Macy's. But that's what the fuck I want.
oh shit. Listen, okay, so that leads me to my next question. Hey, Novella. Hey, Wanda. So my next question is, if you're in a long-term relationship, okay, let's just say hypothetically, how
Hypothetical.
long is too long before you decide to either get married or move on? Like, how long is
Well,
what is the time frame for a determination factor?
You can't ask me this. Go to them. I'm super biased.
I don't know. That's actually interesting.
Listen, inquiring minds want to know because I saw something the other day, and I was looking at something on TikTok the other day, and this man had posted. He said, and it caught me off guard because he said after 18 months, he said that she either needs to decide that she wants to be in this long term or he's moving on because at that point in time he said that it needs to be a decision made on whether or not we can change your last name, and if you don't want your last name changed, then it's time to move on around. He said all he giving it is 18 months, and it threw me off guard because I'm like, because some men say, I've heard some men say that they know right off bat, like, listen, I know some couples who've gotten married, like based off the fact that when he met her, he was like, listen, that's her right there. I know it. But then you have some people who've been in relationships. I mean, look at Deion Sanders. I mean, 10 plus years and y'all ain't married. Like, oh, like y'all doing everything together, kids, house. Like, I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
I'm
I
just
think that's
noticing
another
each
weirdo.
enchanted looks you get, and this is just hilarious. But Nick, I am dying to hear this answer. Go ahead.
Right, like I need to know that. Come on, Nick. We need to know
Wait,
the answer.
what? I was
I am
snacking
dying to
thinking I
hear
had
this.
a break. Wait, you want to know? So
We on
wait.
full blast right now. Like, what is that face?
There is no answer.
Cause you said you biased, so we trying to figure out what you biased about.
It ain't
But that
happening.
makes sense. That was the perfect
I ain't
answer. There's
marrying
no
your
answer.
ass. We ain't gotta talk about it. We ain't got to go to no tasting no cakes. We ain't got to look at no dresses. We ain't got to send out no
It's
invites.
it's
You
just a
ain't got
hard
to
pass
worry
for
about
you.
it. It's
You said
a
hard pass.
strong hard pass for me. Now, when we 60, sure.
Yeah.
Hell
You
no. He
still
said,
around and we 60, sure. I'll give you the wedding of your dreams.
I cannot, not 60. Not 60. Yikes. Jesus fix it.
But at
Oh,
that point, if you leave me or we divorce, I gotta pay for it anyway.
Now by 60, you're gonna have to find a new testing method because I don't know if the
it's,
pussy gonna be so pink.
Oh, it's gonna be pink
Hey,
because the chorus gotta flow. That's why I just said pay for it. Didn't he just say being an escort? The man Mooka just said that escorting and prostitution is lucrative. So if I gotta pay for it at 62,
Okay. All right. Come
I
on.
cannot. See, my brother is a hot mess. First he said, depends on the person because the time changes. Then he talks on pussy is pink at 60.
Y'all
right
teaching
on,
him.
brother.
Y'all teaching.
I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. Yikes. Somebody said, I've been with mine for over 20 years and I'm actually happy with not walking down the aisle. Listen, I've learned that
What
sometimes.
is the names on? Did y'all not hit the link? Did
That's
y'all?
Novella. That's
Okay.
Novella. I'm doing both. I'm multitasking, girl. I'm over here
They
multitasking.
ain't heard no names, and I done had to pull up my little stuff, and I feel
Right, I'm
distracted.
multitasking. I'm multitasking. I'm on 4 different devices right
But
now.
I
Checking
saw
all
Tyrone and Shaquem, and I'm saying I'm trying to give some shout outs to y'all because I can't tell. Of course, Joe. Who else?
Joe
I don't
Thompson
miss
still
somebody.
gets wet. I can't play with
Marcel Battle.
him.
But
I'm
I
not. I'm
appreciate
not
y'all
gonna play
tuning
with
in.
him.
Okay, get back.
Wanda said, "Well, now let's leave the number 60 alone."
Hey, nothing wrong with it.
I'm
Let
sorry,
me
Nothing wrong
Wanda.
with it.
tell you something. I realize that it is not for everybody. It's just not. Marriage is not for everybody. Everybody is not marriage material. They're just not. I
Unless
mean,
it's a
you have to know
business
for yourself.
opportunity.
If
It
you
has
know
to
you're not
have
marriage material, you be honest with yourself and say you're not marriage material before you go out and get married and ruin somebody else's life because you knew damn well that that wasn't what you wanted in the first place. Like,
So that's
just
why I get to ask the question:
oh,
what is marriage material?
mm,
that look different. That's perspective.
Exactly why I'm asking. And since you spoke up so well, Nick, how about you help me out?
You keep picking on me and I don't like it.
right? Because you look, inquiring minds would like to know.
Come on now. What is marriage material? What would stop
Man,
it from being 60? What could a female have that would be like, you know what? I'm throwing all these rules away because this one is just different. Shut
she
up,
would
Joe.
have to organically and naturally build like the most amazing relationship with my mom. She
Mm,
would have to fuck me stupid every day
mm,
without me having to ask,
mm.
including all of the pleasantries that comes along with that. And she got to be a bomb ass cook. And if we happen to have kids with each other, like the mom be momming.
Okay.
I would need to
You
see all of those things, and I don't. On
Mm.
top of being bad and cold in the motherfucker, to the point where I can look at you, wake up in the morning, and my shit get hard.
I
You
like
know,
that answer. That was a good answer.
I don't see, you don't really get that too often. So it just be like,
you
man,
in the
yeah,
wrong country, Nick. Nick, you in the wrong country, bro.
Hey, wait a
What?
minute, wait a minute, wait
Mother said you in the wrong country.
a minute. Now,
You talking to somebody who got over 40 countries on their
but
passport.
you don't care
and
Nick,
anyway.
I come to the
You
Nick,
next
don't
year
care.
with you.
Nick, go to
But
Brazil, go to
that
Colombia, go to Sudan, go to
so you
Thailand,
trying to say you can't
go to
find that
Turkey.
in the US, Mocha?
Nah, you
It's
can't.
not around.
You can't. Nah, you can't. You can't. You can't. That's why Nick is. I stand with Nick. And that's my new slogan. Hashtag stand with Nick. You know what I'm saying? I did the marriage shit close to 20 years ago. I will never get married. Getting married is just a socio-economic means or contract just to survive inflation and hardship. When they say two heads are better than one, it's the same thing. Two incomes are better than one, and that's all marriages. Marriage is just to be safe. I don't want to be safe. I want to be uncomfortable. I always want to be pushing. I always want to hustle. I always want, the grind. I don't want to be that person who works 50 years, retires at 65, and then dies in 10. That shit doesn't even make sense. I think you're supposed to have the best time of your life running around the world until you're probably 60. And then at 60, then you get married. That makes more sense. Then, to me, what Nick said makes sense. Like marriage, you don't need to get married because you just said it. Deion Sanders, 10 years with a shorty, is not married because Deion is worth mills. He's worth a lot of M's. And as soon as you get married, the divorce is imminent. And like they always say, the woman you marry is not the woman you divorce. Look at Tyrese. Look what he just went through. Shorty dogged him trying to get 20,000 a month, but when he met her, Tyrese was like, "You were the girl that's wearing a $20 sundress and told me you don't care about money. You got kids with the nigga now. All of a sudden, he did absolutely nothing to you, and you asked for a divorce, and now you're telling him, oh, I wish I never divorced you. I want to get back,' which means her money's running out. And that shit right there is scary. In the American culture, divorce is like the norm.
It is.
Women don't give a fuck about no niggas and how they feel or their mental health or well being. All they want to do is go fuck the next nigga, talk mad shit about you, take your money, and make sure you're miserable. How? Because I've been with so many bitches in my life, and 95% of them are divorced, and it's always the same shit. Oh, he ain't shit, but the nigga's paying you 5 grand a month in child support, and he ain't shit. Get the fuck out of here. And I have to tell women, you wasn't saying that. You wasn't saying that when you were sucking his dick and telling him how much you loved him. But as soon as you and him split apart, then you're gonna dog the nigga out. So I have to tell women, yo, I don't want to hear you dog a nigga out because if you feel so comfortable to dog a nigga out in front of me, and this is like my fourth conversation with you, I already know you're gonna dog me out too. So I'm good off that marriage shit. I will never get married again. Never, ever.
Now, understand that I'm coming from a perspective of even if you're living like you're married, like that takes more than okay. So let's take the federal papers out of it. Even if this is long-term relationship, like what are you looking for in a long-term relationship? Because when I say marriage, I'm saying it loosely. Some people live together. Some people have those 10, 15-year relationships where they're not worried about the ritual. So I'm not talking about the ritual. I'm talking about what makes you give someone your energy long term. What makes that person exceptional compared to going all over the country and waiting till you're 60 no matter what? Like, is there a such thing, or is it the same thing with the paper or without?
Um,
Let's go
I,
slow.
I'll
Say
be
again.
honest with you. I know.
Mhm.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. There's so much women that in order for a woman to swoop me up, she gotta like love women. She gotta be bisexual. She gotta love women, or else I'm gonna cheat. I just right now because of the shit I've been through with my ex-wife, and this is over 20 years ago. Me and her divorce. She fucked it up so bad for other women. I don't want to get married, and I don't want to have one gina for the fucking rest of my life. That pussy gets bored. You get bored of the pussy. It's the same moans, the same 8, 9 positions. After a while, I don't want to lift you up over my shoulders anymore. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather go get me a pretty young thing. I ain't got time. I ain't got time. Listen, I don't got time to fuck the same pussy every day. I mean, I could, but then it's just like, God damn, she's gonna moan. She's gonna come in 10 minutes. I'm still want to go. She wants to take a breather, or the bitch gonna suck me for. It's just I'm done with it. Now, if it's different bitches lined up, well, I'm down, and that's the whole thing. Me, I notice like 99% of niggas I know cheat. I have to tell them, yo, bro, if you're upfront with a woman, she's willing to accept a lot, bro. Women are so tolerable because they invented game. Niggas be thinking, oh, I'm cheating. I'm like, bro, you don't know what game is. You would think you're cheating on your wife and she's fucking your best friend, and you would never know, bro. So just be upfront with her because once she has a woman's intuition moment, you're done. You know, so anytime a woman talk to me, I'd be like, yeah, I'm fucking with shorty. You know what I'm saying? I don't got time, and that's my answer. That being with one person faithfully, what is who's really faithful in America? Me, I don't see nobody who's faithful. Bill Cosby been married to whatever her name is, his wife,
Yeah.
for 50 fucking years, and now 80 bitches saying he he allegedly raped them. But my nigga, you 50 years in, so at least I mean his wife wasn't keeping him happy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm learning from the older dudes. If you could say you're happily married for 50 years when then 80 bitches come out and say you raped them, shit ain't adding up. And that's the whole shit with me. I don't want to get caught out there. I'd rather have my shorty be super bi. She bring home bitches for me because if she's bringing home bitches, I ain't going to the strip club. I ain't going out to go chill with the niggas. I'm running home. Yo, Mo, we going to the club. Shorty got two bitches waiting for me. I'll talk to you all later. And that shit saves lives. Trust me, it saves lives.
I'm
Mr. Harris, you gotta jump in here.
come on. Oh, because baby,
No, I like because he has been
I'm,
so quiet, and I have a feeling
um,
this is gonna be an answer that I'm not expecting.
I'm just
It's
like,
probably not. It's probably
mm,
not an answer you're expecting.
mm,
I mean, it may be. Listen, listening to the fellas uh, give
No,
their
that's right, Craig.
opine on this subject. Two things cross my mind. One, clearly I'm a different individual because the first thing that crossed my mind listening to the fellas is this is they think how I should be thinking. And this is why I say that. Because I've been through exactly what Mocha's going through. He said 20 years ago. I went through a 12-year relationship where I can't say anything positive out of it other than my daughter being born.
mm,
Um, like I've been through an extremely mentally and emotionally abusive relationship to the point whereas this past 2 years, now going on three, I'm still trying to get myself together mentally and emotionally and figure shit out. Having that being said though, like I'm still kind of naive in this idea that this shit is real in reality. Like, don't get me wrong, I know a lot of things is from perspective, and things are based upon our own personal experiences and things that we go through and how we feel and how we move forward. And that's again why I say that I should be feeling how the fellas feel because I went through the shit that would turn a person to the point whereas they're like, yeah, fuck all that. Like, fuck marriage, fuck bitches, fuck monogamy, fuck all that. You know what I mean? Like, I've been through what brings a person there. You know what I mean? Like, I went through that shit and I'm still processing that shit. Like, right now at this moment, as I'm speaking to you, I'm still processing going through that. But having that being said, and maybe this is because I was raised by a pack of women. Maybe it's because I have a. I'm not gonna say because I have a daughter. I don't know what it is. I don't know, but I still have it in me this belief that shit is real, and by shit I mean love. You know, I hate using that L word, but I do. I fucking hate the L word.
he
Um,
does.
but
He
I
does.
there's something in me that believes that shit, and I know we can come up with a million examples of how it didn't work, or a million examples of where it goes wrong and reasons why what I'm saying right now is completely off base and wrong. But I can give you one fucking reason why I believe it's real, and that one reason I can give you is because that's I feel that shit, right? Um, like no one on this earth can convince me what I feel is wrong. And I feel like I'm really going on like a tangent down the wrong wire here. But let me pull myself back a little bit. Um, but to say that I still believe in it, I do. Now, do I see that happening for me in any future? I don't fucking know. Like I said, I'm not even in the right mind state or emotional state to be a part of a relationship or even to engage in someone else's life to any degree. But I still believe in that shit. You know what I mean? Like, again, I just came off of a 12-year relationship that fucked me up. Like, fucked me mentally. Like, fucked me. Anybody who knows me know that I'm a completely different person than I was 12 years ago, and it's because of this. But yet I still believe that that next person that comes to me might be a fucking chance. And that's fucking crazy, and it might be slightly naive. I give you that. But I think it's based on. It may not be based on perspective. I don't know, but I can tell you how I feel right now within me. That I truly believe in love. I do believe love is real. Um, and even though I've been fucked over, fucked, and left for dead emotionally, um, like I may be a little bit naive. You know what I mean? Like I may be a little bit Riri when it comes to believing that that shit is still real. I believe that what's for me will be, and obviously, what was wasn't. And I wholeheartedly believe that I've learned from it, and that's the silver lining I get out of it. Like I'm a better person today because of it, um, and I'm gonna grow from that shit. But at the same time, in saying that, that is what I want. So maybe that's the naive part of me. Maybe I'm ignoring all the bullshit because that's what I want. But at the end of the day, I still believe in that shit, and that's something that I'm gonna teach my daughter to still believe in that shit. Even though I know the world is fucked up, even though I know that people are fucked up, somebody's gonna break her heart, somebody's gonna hurt her, somebody's gonna piss her off, somebody's gonna piss me off because they pissed her off. I know this shit for a fact is gonna happen, and I'm still gonna tell my daughter to go out and go for that shit because it's real. To me, I think it's real, and it's based off I don't know if it's based off experience because again, based off my experience, I shouldn't be saying this shit. Like based off my experience, I should be the first person saying, "Man, fuck love, fuck marriage, fuck relationship, fuck bitches. I'm being single. I'm just gonna masturbate for the rest of my life." I should be the first person telling y'all this, but the fact
Yeah.
that I'm not telling y'all this, I think is a testament to how real this shit is. Like it's fucking real to me because like I've been fucked up, like fucked up and fucked over, and I'm still telling you right now, I fucking naively believe in that dumb shit. Um,
I don't think it's
and
naivety. I don't think it's
I
naivety
mean,
to say you still believe in it because it's here's the thing. Just because you're hurt doesn't mean that it's naivety to believe that there's still love out there. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, like I've gotten to a place where and you and I have known each other for almost almost 40 years. We've known each other. We've known each other almost 40 years. But it's the simple fact that I've been through relationships that have dogged me, dragged me. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, emotionally left me for dead. Damn near physically. But I mean, it's still. I feel like I don't want to allow the marriage that I was in to ruin what I feel could be a good experience because I feel like marriage with the right person can be an awesome thing, but it has to be that
mm,
right person. So I think that, I mean, don't get me wrong, I still go through my periods where I feel like love ain't for everybody, relationships ain't for
right,
everybody, marriage ain't for everybody. I'm like, fuck these niggas. Like I still have my moments when I feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Because of the things that I've been through. I still feel like that. But on the other end of that coin, I still feel like love still exists. And maybe there is a possibility that my forever might be out there somewhere and maybe he'll find me someday and maybe he won't, maybe she will, maybe she won't. I don't know. But I'm still getting to a place where I'm trying to be open to it when it comes and not be so closed off and so jaded. So don't think I wouldn't say that it would be naivety to say that you still believe that it's out there because I still believe it's out there. I do too. And you and I have been through some crazy shit. We do have
yeah,
some crazy shit. But
Yo,
I
yo,
feel
you
like
you
out there.
you setting you setting up Mr. Harris to get his heart broken again. Come on now, 40 years of friendship. Don't send my boy back out to get devoured by these female wolves. Yo, Mr. Harris, man, whoever broke your heart, fuck them. I just care about you healing, bro. And listen, you know the saying, right? Nice guys finish last, bro. You sounding like a really nice guy right
And
now.
he is.
Don't do it to yourself, bro. Don't.
I
So
told him,
can
listen, I told him to have fun right now, enjoy this life, and get some ass.
Listen. Let me say this. Listen. Like I wholeheartedly feel that, and I really take that in, and I appreciate that. Like I really take that in. Here's one thing that I'm not even gonna say who taught me this because I don't like giving this person props. Fuck them. But somebody taught me when I was younger to never be afraid to love because it is the one gift, the one solitary gift that God has given us that no one can take away. And I don't mean to get preachy with it real quick, but I want to get to this real quick. That like I feel you that I'm probably like there's a 98% chance that I am setting myself up for more fucking heartbreak, for more fucking headache, for more fucking emotional and mental trauma. It's probably a 98% chance that I am going to experience that again in life. Here's the reason why I will continue doing that shit anyway, regardless of those consequences. It's because it's the gift that I have to give. Like, yeah, I may be a nice guy. I may fucking be. I'm an asshole. Don't get me wrong. Like, I have a lot of asshole ways. Trust me, I do. I promise you, I do. But at the same time, I feel like to love is not only my gift, but it's all of our gifts. And I'm not saying this just in a relationship sense to love someone intimately. I mean to love, period. You know what I mean on a human level. And I don't want to digress into that because that's a whole other subject and something I actually talk about on other platforms. But anyway, um, I feel like the ability to love is something that is given to us and that can't be taken away. And I think it's something that we should use regardless because what I show to the world is what the world gets. You know what I mean? So if I show the world this anger, this bitterness, this bullshit, this fuck you, that's what I'm gonna get in return. Like I wholeheartedly believe that shit. Because what I give, the world to me is a wall, is a bouncing wall. Whatever the fuck I throw at it is what I'm getting back to myself. Now, granted, I do get back heartache and pain and emotional strife and blah, blah, blah. But what I also get back is the sense of dignity, the sense of self respect, the sense of understanding. Like, this is who the fuck I am. Like, I'm unapologetic as hell for it. Like, my company logo is a little bear that my daughter made, and the little bear has a drawing with a little heart on its sleeve because that's fucking me. It represents who I am, and I'm unapologetic for that as hell. And again, like I know, I repeat over and over again. I know I'm gonna get hurt again. I fucking know that. But this is who God built me to be. God built me to run into that brick wall over and over and over and over the fuck again. And I do, and I ain't like gonna say I do it happily, but I do it proudly. Like and it's not that I don't give a fuck because I don't want to be hurt. Like I want to be happy. Like I want to be emotionally and mentally stable as a fucking man. Like as a black man in today's society, I kind of need that shit a little bit. But at the same time, and this is one of those to each his own. As Martin Luther King said, if it falls your lot to be a street sweeper, be the best. I feel like it falls my lot to be that. It falls my lot to be a giver. It falls my lot to love. It falls my lot to care. And not to give off too many quotes, but with great power comes great responsibility. Fuck it. You know what I mean? That's my great power. My great responsibility is to hold that shit. And that sounds fucked up. It really, 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 really fucking does. But like I hold that shit. Like I hold it. Like I know I'm gonna get hurt, but I'm about to go into that shit head first anyway. And that is with the hope and the belief that one of those dives is gonna be the one. You know what I mean? To make another quote from the show Quantum Leap, I really feel like the next leap is gonna be the one that takes me home. You know what I mean? And I have to keep leaping until I find that one that brings me home. And as fucked up as it sounds, it really does sound fucked up. Like, bro, I really get it. Like, I hate to even say this to you after you tell me you're a fucking good guy and you're gonna finish last and it's gonna be hurt. Because I agree with you. Like, I agree 100%, 100%. Not arguing with that sentiment at all. Just stating that that I know I know who I am. And after however many odd years, 'cause I'm not giving my age out on here. There might be some ladies who have age preference listening, but no. But after however many years, um, this is who I am. Like I've come to grips with that, and I am an old dog that's not going to change its way purposely. I love who I am and I accept it, and it is what it is. And again, this is something I'm going to teach my children to continue to love, regardless of what the world gives you, what the hate gives you, or what the feedback is. To continue to do you and to continue to love. And fuck, that sounded corny as hell as I'm replaying that in my head now, everything that I'm saying, but it's real. It is what it
If
is.
it
You
quacks
know.
like a duck, it looks like a duck.
Quack. It's a duck.
I'm sorry. I didn't relate that to anything that I said. I'm like, what? But no,
Oh,
that's me though.
I made
That's
Nick wait
that's,
too long. That's all that was left by the
yeah.
time y'all finished talking. What?
that's
Wanda said it's not corny. It's
I
still
don't
your
think it's
truth.
corny either. I mean, everybody is has their truth, and some people are hopeless romantics, and
Yeah,
some people
like
are
Lisa.
bitter. Some people are over it. Everybody has their own status, but
yeah.
I don't think you should call yourself corny at all because there's somebody out there that's gonna be older
That
that's
makes
looking
you
for somebody
corny.
not full
Listen.
of shit. I
But
mean,
I think in the meantime, in between time, you sit, enjoy your life, have some fun, and get smashed. I'm just
are,
saying.
are you enjoying your life, having fun, and getting ass?
We need to have some fun with Mona because Mona giving him an amen, so that means she ready to jump on it.
Hey,
If
hey,
you
listen,
wanna ride, doop 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 doop. I think you need to go talk to Mona because she feeling you, and she
listen.
looked good when she
Hey,
popped up on the screen. So go ahead.
hey, fact, big
We done
fact,
checked
big
out
fact.
everything, Mr. Harris.
Listen,
Miss
no, but no, no, we got to go. We got to go back into to background and to backstage for all that. But no, listen. I am enjoying my. I, I am enjoying my life. You know what I mean? Like I said in the beginning, I don't have
Oh,
much of a social life, and I know where I am right now, and where I am at in life, and I know what I want. So I'm getting there. Eventually I might pop back on this show one day, not single. You never know. You never know. You know what I mean? Your boy might have a different perspective. I might be talking about fuck love in 6 months. You never know. Like we never know. You know what I mean? Shit changes.
and be like,
Shit
we're
changes.
Y'all gotta
Right.
readdress him. He look like he is looking like, man, I told you I don't know what I gotta do. I gotta give you some medicine or something. You need to be fixed. Tell him, Mocha, what's going on with you? Just
Facts.
let
Facts.
me.
Bro over there contemplating my message for real.
I feel you know what it is when I hear a fella just Mr. Harris just literally said 12-year relationship and he's been broken, bro. You gotta run, bro. You gotta. If listen, just remember this: as human beings, we are finite creatures. Nobody knows when they're gonna pass. You want to make sure that every day you enjoy at least 23 out of the 24 hours. I've been to prison just like how you've been to prison, and I made a promise to myself. I said when I come out, I'm gonna make sure that life actually pays me. So when I do, right before, if I'm on my deathbed, I could always look at my daughter or the people closest to me and just tell them, yo, we had a fucking riot. All the bullshit we've been through, all the nonsense. Look what we accomplished. And I'm gonna tell my daughter, by the way, daddy left you a couple M's. So go and splurge on whichever nigga you want to splurge on. Buy whatever you want to buy. It's not your money. Blow that shit. And live the rock star lifestyle as long as the money is there. If you want to invest it, invest it. But when I hear Mr. Harris talk, it breaks my heart because he's like, you know what? I like the punishment. I love the abuse. I want my heart to be shattered. It's guys like you who end up on the news because they be like, well, Mr. Harris is lovable. He's this, he's that. And then the right woman will come along and do you wrong. And then you'll snap. And then you're on the news, bro. And I see a lot of good niggas get taken advantage of time and time again. And then it's that one woman who's like, oh, she got over in him, I'm gonna go and get over in him. And next thing you know, body's chopped up, some chick is missing, a nigga got somebody hostage somewhere. And that's what I'm saying. You gotta heal, bro. Mental health, I want you to heal. The whole thing is you don't want to keep going down that path saying, I mean, love is dope. Don't get it twisted. I don't ever want a woman to love me. I want a woman to care for me. You know what I'm saying? I love myself. So I don't ever want a woman to ever say she loves me for the simple fact the minute me and her breaks up, there's another nigga dick in her mouth. And I'm just keeping it real, bro. You got to look at life for what it really is. A woman, like they say, a man is always judged on what he brings to the table. Women and children and pets, nobody gives a fuck. That's why a woman could have 4 or 5 different kids with 4 or 5 different baby daddies, and a nigga will still try to fuck her. It doesn't make sense, but that's how they programmed us. That's why, you got to look at a school. A school doesn't have sunlight. It doesn't have none of that. When you go to your job, there's no sunlight. There's no waves crashing. It's programming, and I feel like whoever had you last, she programmed you for her likings, and she broke you, bro. You need somebody to reprogram that thought process because you're a dope dude, bro. And for you to say you're down to do it again, no, don't be down to do it again, bro. Be down to elevate.
Let me throw this correction in. No, I don't love the pain or the hurt. Of course not. What I love is the idea that I can love, and that's what I will continue doing. And that's where I don't love the pain. I accept the pain because it's a consequence of love, and that's what I thrive for. I thrive to give that shit. I could. I'm not gonna say that I can care less about receiving that shit, but that's not my what's important to me. What's important to me is to give it because that's who I am. I'm a giver of love. Now, the consequence of that, like I said, with great power, great responsibility. I know the consequence of it is hurt and pain, and I accept that. Not that I like it, not that I'm going for it, not that that's my goal. Like I'm gonna go into this because I love the pain. No, no, I don't. I fucking hate that shit. I fucking hate going through what I've been through. I fucking hate living in my head as I do. And I do understand that I need healing and growth. What I love doing is love, period, because I know what that does. You know what I mean? I know the effects of it. Even if I love the wrong person, for me that's okay because it's teaching me to love, period. And I'll love again. And when I say that I know like there's probably a 98% chance that this shit's gonna hurt and come back, that's just me living in reality. Like I just know the way the fucking world is. So now I'm with the option of not being myself because the world is a certain way, or sticking to my guns and being myself regardless of the way the world is. And I choose B. I choose to stick to myself and be who the fuck I am, regardless of what feedback I'm getting, what hurt is going to come, and what the world brings to me. That's what I accept, not what I go for, or what I want, or anything of that nature. It's I accept the consequences of who I am and what I'm giving to this world. And I agree 100% that I do need healing, that I do need to, and as you said, that person, the last person, yeah, fuck them. Like that was, and I kind of wanted to trail on that a little bit. That
Yeah.
uh for me it was for me it's that person. Like it's not love itself, it's not relationships itself, it's not women itself. For me it was that person. Like I'm not about to categorize every woman or every human being on earth because of what that one person did to me. Even though that lasted for 12 years and it was a bulk of my life and it put a heavy strain, I'm still not about to put every woman in this category of what this one woman has did. That's fucking racism in its best. To categorize a whole group of people because of whatever. But anyway, like that's just how I am. Like I'm gonna move on from that one person and move on. Period. I'm not about to let what she did or anybody else in my past did to me prevent me from being who I am and prevent me from giving what I feel I have to give to the world. You know what I mean? And like I hear your perspective, bro. Like I really do because it's fucked up. But again, it's what I accept. Like that's I don't know what my purpose is in life. I really don't. You know what I mean? I just have to live it out daily, and it's a burden that I choose to bear. It's not a burden that was given to me because again, anybody who's known me before this relationship knew that. Are you serious? Like I wouldn't even had a conversation about no female 12 years ago. I would have had conversations about females. You know what I mean? Like that's who I was. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like Bree, I know you fall back and laugh on that because like you know better than anybody. Like females was who I was. Like
Yeah.
that was who I was.
I got a question
Um,
for you. I got a question for you, Mr. Harris. You keep using the word love, right? Do you think this is just me putting it out there? Do you think you could love even better? Is there a certain person that you love more when it comes to women than another one? And subconsciously, do you compare the women who you're about a date now to somebody from your past, because you use the word love so loosely that, to me, I think love to you is just a feeling of comfort, or just, okay, this
Mhm.
woman is this, she's that, and I love her. Me, if I tell a woman I love her, because I hate saying that shit. For me to tell a woman I love her is because she brings me peace. She makes me feel like I'm a god, a king. I feel like I could do no wrong in front of her, and I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna hold it down. Like my situation right now, and I'll be honest with you, I have like three different women I'm talking to. They all know of each other, and there's other women that's just waiting, just prowling. You know what I'm saying? And right there. But me personally, when I look at you and I hear you talk, I'm just like, he keeps saying love. Does he really love a woman? He likes the thought of being in love. Is love really a four-letter word that really has purpose for him? Or is just, you know what? I was taught this by somebody in the past, and that's a big power. Like when you said that line, you know what I'm saying? That love is the only thing that, like people can't take from you. It's like it's a God-given gift. And that's what I want to know from you, because I'm thinking you can never love the people who you're intimate with the same. It's never going to be the same. So there's going to be different levels to that L word that you're utilizing right now.
Yeah, no,
Mhm.
I agree with that. Right, and to break that down further, like for me with love, I love. There are different levels of love. Let me say that. And for me, those levels are simple as like I love a lot of things about a lot of people. That's just plain general love. Like I love the way a person talks, or I love the way a person does this, that. I love the way the person does blah 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 blah, etc. But to say that I love somebody, that's more than what I love about them. To say that I love somebody encompasses what I receive from that person. Like, like I'll give you an example, and I'll use Brie as an example because I love things about her, and I do love her. Okay, I love the way that she carries herself. I love her energy. I love the way she presents herself in front of other people. That's just general love, things I love about her. Okay, the reason why I love Brie, like love this woman unconditionally, is because of what she gives to me, how I feel when I talk to her, how I feel when I'm around her, the things that she does for me, the insights that she gives to me mentally, all the things that I feed from her. It makes me love her, right? But that's separate to me, and to me, that's separate from the things that I love about her. Like I love the fact that you have insight that you have, Mocha. Like I love that about you, bro. But I can't say that I love you because I don't fucking know you. Like I just met you during this conversation, yeah. But I love that about you. I love some shit that Nick said. Like I love that about him. But I can't say that I love bro because I don't fucking know him. He ain't did shit for me but give me good conversation and insight. I love that though, but I don't love him. Like that's my difference in well, my levels of love. Like and you're right. Like I use the word love loosely, and it's for those different reasons because I love a lot of things about people, but to actually love somebody, I have to love what they've given me. And like that love that I give, yeah, that I do throw that loosely. I do throw that freely. I love everybody. Like again, I think I said this probably at the very beginning of this whole show that well, maybe this is backstage when being corny and shit. But like that is who I am. Like I stopped saying I'm a humanitarian a long time ago, but I do love people. Like I just love fucking people. I love people. But to love someone, like that takes a little bit more. There's a little bit more depth to that. That's not as shallow as just loving something that somebody does or what they bring to the table. It's more or less what they've given to me and how they what they've contributed to me, period. You know what I mean? My life, my aura, my vibe, my situation, how I better myself because of them. That brings the actual love for a person. I don't know if I cleared that up, but yeah.
I think that I want to say first of all, I appreciate you all coming tonight to be willing to be transparent about a lot of things, because so oftentimes we find that um, when we've been doing this show, I've been doing this for 2 years now, and in the time frame that we've been doing this, I find that a lot of guys are not willing to be so transparent about certain topics and about certain things. Um, and so I want to say I thank you all for coming tonight. I thank you to everybody for hanging out with us tonight. And I would definitely love to keep this conversation going because there's other questions that I would like to ask. But I'm not gonna keep y'all tonight. But I'm extending the offer for you three gentlemen to come back and hang out with us some more and answer some more questions. Yes, Nick.
I got two things to say.
All right, come on now.
One, this is my definition of love.
Uh.
And I'm about to go take care of it as soon as we get off
I
of this line.
cannot just. Oh my God,
Dude,
I'm not gonna play with you.
Look, before we wrap, I just want to say I love each one of your insights, the honesty, the just sense of humor, the insight, the fact that y'all didn't really give a fuck about how people felt about what you were saying, that you said your truth. I loved all that. Like I really hope that regardless of whether we get new guys or whatever, like a part two is needed because these are things that we don't get to hear.
They're
Guys
not.
talk among themselves and you know what the other one's saying, but each one of you, I heard, I love my mother, I love my daughter. So there are women in your life that are amazing and we want to learn. Like, I don't want to be the person that's walking around being the person that's making everybody miserable and I don't know it. And everybody's just like, just stay away. Like, it's important to teach for the people that are truly trying to find happiness, because everybody's not on some bullshit. They just might not know all your shit. So perspective is definitely important. Mr. Harris, I love the fact that you were open and available to what Nick and Mocha was saying, but at the same time able to hold your ground and say, hey, I get it, and I definitely agree, this is how I should feel, but in reality my heart won't let me do that, so I got to do my things differently. I got to break love up into a different type of way. I can't just be, I love you, but I can love stuff about you and not be miserable every day. So that's how I find my happy. Mocha said, fuck it. I don't care about that. It's 50 hoes and 3 area codes. And if she don't come with 2, I'm not fucking with you. And that's okay too. Like it's fine. Beauty and culture and living life and travel, all of that stuff, it basically makes you an amazing person. It makes you, people are going to flock to you. People are magnetized to somebody that's willing to live more life than they are. So that's exciting, and I love the fact that you love the way you love, and even if you don't call it love, that's love of life. Like right there, that's inspiring. And Nick, you just, I can't help it. I'm loving this
baby.
energy.
That's
Like I
all it
love
is.
that shit to death. Like be yourself. And I'm sure that people that attract you, they do not mind all the levels of you. So that is something that is attractive. You are authentic. So I love that about you. I love this whole panel. This was amazing, y'all, and I hope we get to do it again for real. Okay, I'm
I
done.
do. Like I hope that you guys like are willing to come back. Because it's refreshing to hear different perspectives because each of you all had a different perspective tonight. The same question was answered in 3 different ways.
Yes.
Appreciate, like I said, I appreciate the transparency. I appreciate the honesty because these are conversations that we need to have. Because again, like I said, when you assume shit, you make an ass out of you and me. And I ain't trying to be nobody's ass. So I just, I appreciate the willingness to come on and be willing to be like, listen, this is what it is. Take it or leave it.
Right.
Because so oftentimes we get the representative, we don't get the real. And so I appreciate you guys for bringing on the real perspective of things. And I'm hoping
Madam,
you guys are willing to come back for a part 2 so we can dive a little bit deeper because, I'm trying to, I got a couple more questions.
I
For
got a question too, because you ain't
okay.
let me finish.
Oh,
Rapunzel cut me off.
well, come on and finish. understand.
Because I want to dive into something that I found interesting while Mr. Harris was speaking.
Okay.
He explained his love for you ever so graciously. What's going on? I mean, you know, they say the best things come with friendship first. You know, I'm just trying to figure out, were you hot? What's going on?
You know, just
Mr. Harris.
What's up?
Because in my time with Lauren Bree, that's a character right there. So
It is. Listen. Me and Bree got a background. I don't know how privy anyone is to our background. So I'll leave it at that. But we have a background. It's pretty extensive. But definitely, I would definitely say that our friendship is powerful. Like it's definitely something you can feel within a room. You know what I mean? It's energy.
do you hear this, man? Do you hear him? Do you hear him while you sipping your cup? Do you hear this?
I want to know what's in your glass that went in there 10 minutes ago. She ain't sucked that glass that hard all night. I want to
You know what I'm saying?
Did you put something else in your glass?
don't be having motion. Don't be having motion.
Look, we got a bonus time, y'all.
Listen,
Because 12 years,
No.
you say 12 years you was with Shorty?
Yeah. And Bree know her too. Bree know her very well.
Is Bree the reason why she ain't there?
No.
No.
Listen though. Listen. I'm gonna tell you. I'm putting it like this.
You leave the toothpaste.
Bree may not.
Off. And Bree, you don't empty the garbage on time. And Bree, nigga, you ain't mucking enough money for me. And Bree, you know what was it?
That's fair. That's a fair question. You know, there's a girl. My baby, my crown fall off. Look, that's a fair question. Look, go ahead, talk about that.
Me and Bree are damn near blood related. Okay, like damn near. All right. So that's the
Damn
extent
near
of our
is not biologically inclined. So you the politics and the wordplay ain't gonna work this way.
Bonus round. Let's go.
Shit, bonus round.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Look, I got my watch on, so I'm good. Go ahead.
I'm good.
You can respond.
Well,
no. I can't help but to be politically correct sometimes because I don't know who's watching. But I will say that me and Bree do have a very extensive, intimate relationship, and by intimate I don't necessarily mean I don't necessarily mean that innuendo. Take it as you will. But we do have a very extensive. Right. Leave that for interpretation. There you go.
Smart man.
Not that I know what the bed sheets look like. You know what I mean?
One of your ears is peaked up. And
don't try to clear it up.
I won't.
Joe told him, yeah, her older brother is watching.
And your
right.
And listening to R. Kelly for
waiting. See, I can't
we're waiting.
Y'all. But Bree, I just want to say that one of your ears kind of tweaked and the other one, because there's some stuff going on. We might have to have a bonus show talking about the show.
What's the after party? Ain't it the after party show? Yeah, that's the show that's exclusive for the VIP, right?
The flavor of love.
The after party
matchmaking show.
I guess we'll have to decide how we're gonna find this out, y'all.
Oh, jeez.
What are we trying to find out?
My brother told him, thank you.
I just want to know what her money is. It's just
no problem. I got a little sister too,
in
bro.
The atmosphere,
That's why my eyes work like they do and my ears work like they do. I got two little ones too, and they pretty than a motherfucker, so I be on it.
Oh, Jesus, I cannot.
Ain't nothing in the atmosphere though. Just FYI.
Yeah, okay. So a drunk night and both of y'all got cobwebs happening, ain't nothing happening in a minute, and you telling me that powerful love that you have for her that can fill up a room that I can feel as soon as my big toe walk in it, you're telling me that energy and the impacts and all the bullshit y'all been talking about on this goddamn conference this whole time, you telling me you ain't getting between them sheets and you ain't clapping no cheeks.
He said, "Love you can fill in the room when you step your big toe in." Hold on, wait.
On the show,
Like you can
need
fill
it,
in
y'all.
shit. You step your big toe in.
These
Okay,
spotters,
cool.
these spotters, y'all already know bonus show needed.
Because from my
Listen,
experience
my
from
brother.
time knowing Bree, even in the professional realm, she nasty. And that's coming from a professional. I didn't meet her kikiing outside and shit. I met this motherfucker at work.
I met her at church. So if that means anything, if that helps in any way, we met.
Do with that information as you will. I feel it.
Oh, Jesus.
I feel it.
Okay, so I'm going to be transparent. Listen, I told y'all I know all three of these niggas. Okay, listen. I've been knowing Mr. Harris forever. I know Nick from work, and goddamn it, I met Mocha on Facebook dating. Listen, so I
How do
know.
we know each other, Bree? How do we know each other, Bree?
There's more to
Bree,
dissect.
Bree,
Wait.
Bree, exactly. How do we know each other?
Mocha, unmute. Facebook date nap, my nigga. What's going on?
Oh no, that was years ago. That was
It
years ago.
was. It was years ago.
Y'all matched?
Yeah,
We did. I
yeah, she
mean,
matched with me. She matched with me. You know what I'm saying? But the shit is, we just kept it as a friendship. I
yeah,
fucked
we
her as a
did.
friend. With
Yeah.
Facebook,
And we were in different states.
chick. Hold on, I'm not looking for a chick to smash. I'm more looking for a chick just to build with. You know, I'm that nigga who's trying to see if a chick got a passport and we could just run overseas and make some money. That's how I do shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't go out, so I don't go to the clubs no more. I don't do none of that shit no more. I just rather do shit online because you get to learn more about a woman online than if you meet a chick in the club. You know how these chicks be looking all good and shit, and then before you know it, the makeup comes off. They got 6 fucking kids. It's always some bullshit, bro. It's always some bullshit. It's always some
Well, I
bullshit.
mean, we did, but we did. We met years ago on Facebook
Yeah.
dating. We met, and like it turned into, the crazy part was Mocha and I turned into just good friends.
Yeah.
We matched on, even though Facebook dating matched us with a good couple, we felt that we matched as really good friends because our goals aligned. We had our goals aligned and what we wanted to do, and traveling the world and things like that. And because we lived in two separate states, long distance relationships don't work for everybody. And our vibe just meant that we had a good vibe, and we were able to remain friends throughout the years. Like, it's been a couple years, but I mean, we just kind of ended up remaining good friends. Like, and that's it.
Mr. Harris over there
I love
fidgety. I
Nick,
don't think he
y'all.
liked this conversation.
That's what's up. What now?
He's
He said,
saying you.
"What?"
Nick saying you want
Hey,
to
y'all
smoke
funny.
with
That's what bro.
He did the damn pretty show.
Girl,
That's what bro and wine.
girl.
Nick is saying Mr. Harris is on site when he see Mocha.
Yeah, listen. Like I'm just sitting over here like this motherfucker. As soon as he get off the road, I'm like, listen.
For the love of madam. I like that. We can send
Yo,
that shit to Tubi. And we could
Wait
come
a
on right
minute,
now.
Every
now
night
that's
I got to fight to prove my love on me. Every night I got to fight. God damn it! I got to fight a nigga in a car on the road. Then god damn it, listen.
all I gotta say is this. I just want to thank Bree for giving me a platform to have a conversation and a dialogue with 2 other intelligent brothers that nobody's arguing. Niggas is laughing because where I'm from in South Jamaica, Queens, we don't have this. There's always fighting a nigga, and one nigga is going to jail or one nigga is going to a fucking funeral home. That's it. And we don't shoot. We ain't pulling guns out in Queens. We squaring up and we brawling. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it is. And to talk to two grown ass men and have a conversation without any type of bad blood, this shit is
Yes.
this shit is foreign to me, and I loved it. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say I appreciate you for that, because you know the saying, New York niggas don't fuck with Chicago niggas, or it's Detroit niggas, or niggas on the West Coast. That's how I feel. But after tonight, I must say my whole fucking, you know what I'm saying, perspective kind of changed a little, and I appreciate that a lot.
I
Yeah,
love
no,
that.
big up to that. Like, I love to piggyback off that. That is some facts. It's actually very rare in my life. And I don't even carry myself in too many different social circles. But in my experience, three black men, period. Just X out the fact that we have two females on here, but three black men cannot have a conversation about shit without it getting heated, or you know what I mean, taken the wrong way, or somebody taking offense, or it being salt or smoke or whatever. And like I agree with bro like wholeheartedly. Like I 100% enjoyed this conversation. I 100% enjoying hearing different perspectives that were different than mine. You know what I mean? And like as crazy as it sounds, like I do appreciate another black man. I ain't gonna say just another human being, period, but another black man telling me that, hey, bro, get your shit together. You know what I mean? From his perspective, from how he feel. Like I honestly appreciate that shit. You know what I mean? Even if I disagree with him or not, or if I feel a certain way, like I wholeheartedly appreciate that shit coming from another black man, and just hearing the other black man's perspective. You know what I mean? Like Nick funny as hell with the pink pussy shit, and I promise you I'm writing that shit down. But like, you know what I mean? Just to hear other perspectives. Like I know I'm corny as fuck. You know what I mean? I know that I might be. I'm not gonna say I'm a sucker for love or I'm a hopeless romantic, but like I'm in that realm. And to know, that I can talk to other guys who like in whole other dimensions that I am. You know what I mean? Like my man Mocha is on some fuck love, fuck business, and I honestly feel like if this is a one-on-one private conversation, I can talk to bro. Like I can tell bro how I feel, and he gonna tell me some shit that I probably don't want to hear, but I need to, and I appreciate shit like that. You know what I mean? So I want to say big up to that. And yeah, definitely big up to you, Bree, for putting us all together on this platform, and you know what I mean, bringing it together. You know what I mean? Like real talk.
I appreciate that. And I'm hoping that you guys stay on after we after we end our show, so that we can talk about maybe doing a part two, and you guys coming on to talk more and having a conversation, because I really thoroughly enjoyed just having, like you say, just being able to have a dialogue, being able to have a conversation. There was no bad blood, there was no arguing, there was no disrespect. It was definitely refreshing to hear the different points of views, and being able to respectfully disagree when you didn't agree with each other. I'm definitely here for it. And I think that the more we have this conversation, I think the more people in general will just kind of get a gist and an understanding of, like, we pretty much want the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And then there's some things that may be different. But I just, like I say, I can't say I appreciate you guys enough for coming on. Zelma, as my partner, you my ride or die, as always. I thank you. I can't say thank you enough. You've been rocking with me from the beginning. You was rocking with me when I was doing another show. You have been seriously rocking with me, like wholeheartedly rocking with me and having my back. And I can't say thank you enough, because a lot of times you don't see two women being able to work together and collab either. Unfortunately, because it's either some cattiness, it's some bitchiness, some back and forth. You know what I'm saying? But it's genuine love and it's genuine respect. When it comes to me and Z, whether we Bree and Zelma or whether we Madam and Rapunzel. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
When it's Madam and Rapunzel, we get it lit, we get it live. You know what I'm saying? You never know what to expect out of our mouths when it's Madam and Rapunzel. Now, listen,
Right.
man. But I want to say, I always tell everybody, at the end of each show, I always ask you all to do one random act of kindness, because you never know how it can change a person's trajectory. It can change a person from taking their life. A simple smile can go a long way. I'm not asking you to go and pay for somebody's groceries, but if that's what's on your heart, feel free. But sometimes a simple smile or hello can let somebody know that they're seen, especially if they're in a place in their life where they feel unseen, unheard, and they feel invisible. You never know what just a random act of kindness can do for a person. It can simply save a person's life, and you never not even know. So I'm just asking that in your daily life that you continue to let the love, the light, the positivity flow. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I thank you to the awesome men that have been here tonight to just be able to be open to the dialogue, open to the conversation, open to the camaraderie. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully it can forge a new brotherhood for people to understand that we can come together and we don't have to have drama when we come together. We can come together and have a good time. You know what I'm saying? It don't always have to be a long time, but it can always be a good time. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to change people's views on Black people coming together. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that you all had a good time. I hope you all learned something. I hope y'all was sipping like I was sipping, because baby, I've been sipping tonight. Okay, listen, it's been a good time. You got anything you want to add?
I just want to address the fact that Mr. Harris, I heard you say that love was the only thing or one of the gifts that God gives us that cannot be replaced. And did I say it right? Because I might have quoted you wrong. I want to make sure.
It's a gift that God has given us that no one can take. Yeah, you
Okay.
got it. You got it pretty much. Yeah.
All right. So I want to give you another one that would be time. You know, your time is irreplaceable. So a lot of times it's very important to know that yes, that love is important, but the time that you spend on how much of you give to somebody, that's irreplaceable. It doesn't matter. You can replace a whole lot of people, you can replace money, you can replace things, but no one has ever been able to give that back to you. So I challenge you to make sure that you're very careful with it, and that you use it like it is money. It's an exchange, and if you are not getting an even exchange back, if you are not getting what you pay for, move on.
Facts.
Yeah.
I'm learning that. I'm learning that.
Because in the words of Zelma, my time is non-motherfucking refundable. Thank
I'm not
you.
go all the way there, but yes.
Listen, I told her we gonna do some things with that slogan, okay? Listen,
All
we gonna
day.
do some things with
But yes, that was me, Bree. Thank
it.
y'all.
And wood. Gentlemen, would you like to say anything in our closing?
Pink
Anybody?
pussy is the juiciest pussy.
I'm writing that down right now. What did you? What was? Pussy is the juiciest. I'm loving it. Wait, pink pussy is the juiciest.
In
The juiciest is what you said, right? The
Class,
juiciest.
y'all. Stay in class.
the words of Nikki Bye. Nikki, do you have any socials you would like to share with anybody for them to be able to follow you?
Um, Instagram is box Nikki no spaces, and my Facebook is Nikki Space Box, 2 X's.
Okay, so I'm gonna put that up there. Mocha, I know you got some socials. You have any closing
You don't
remarks
know
and
that.
do you have any socials you want to share?
Me, nah, just I don't. I just this is something that y'all got to take to the next level. Just having a bunch of fucking cool ass black motherfuckers talking and building with each other. That's a
I love
movement
that.
right there. So you onto something dope. I don't give a fuck about the socials. I actually am happy that I met Nick and Mr. Harris. And we got Phoenix and we got you, Bree. This shit is dope. So all I care about is the next show and actually start watching whatever guest you have on. I can't wait to be a spectator commenting. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I give a fuck about. This shit is
Love
dope, and
that.
you really need to get it to the next level. You know what I'm saying?
Fact,
Thank you.
fact. I agree. I agree with Big Homie 100%. It's definitely about promoting this love that we putting up on here on this show 100%. Like I said in the offset, I don't have too many socials because I don't even have a social life. You know what I mean? I have my Facebook, my m.r.harris. You know what I mean? Find me on there. My channel is coming up. I'm working on it right now in the process of it. It's gonna be a Genoa ENT. I'll have a spelling for you at some point soon. But that is working on my podcast, working on my own little thing. But that's all in the coming in the works. You'll hear from me more and more. I'll probably be on this show again, hopefully, if Miss Bree will allow me. So you definitely hear and see me again. You know what I mean? And again, I appreciate the love on the show. I appreciate the feedback, Mocha. Like you're a real ass nigga. I appreciate that shit. Appreciate
Always,
the word. I appreciate the
always.
words, Nick. You know what I mean? You're a real ass funny ass motherfucking Lucha being the comedy. Like you some real shit, bro. Like and I appreciate that. Like I really fucking do, man. Like this has been real as shit to me. And I really appreciate everybody on there. That's what's up.
Wait.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap for our episode 2. Tune in and stay tuned. We will be dropping hints about when episode 3 will be. Of course, we're going to drop some promos like we did for tonight on when episode 3 will be wrapping and taping. We look forward to seeing you guys at our next show. Thank you again for tuning in. And make sure you guys continue to share that like, love, and positivity. And if you have not, hit that like, share, and subscribe button on the YouTube channel for Clack and Shimmy, as well as for the Z Spot on
Thank you,
YouTube.
these
And make
products.
sure you hit it for the like and share for the Z Spot on Facebook, Clack and Shimmy on Facebook, as well as Clack and Shimmy After Dark. And we will see y'all next time. We out of here, y'all.
Peace.
Thank you.
Salute.